Hi there, and thanks a lot for joining us today. We're coming to you from the set of the Ingles Table, where we just finished filming some fantastic new recipe videos. Guys, I hope you brought your appetite because we've got some fresh recipes just waiting for you. Chef John Gifaldi gives us the backstory on an authentic Italian-American favorite on The Real Deal. We visit an amazing local farm providing mouth-watering produce to your Ingles markets. Jasmine Queen helped us out in the kitchen with some spicy Bang Bang salmon bites. Busy Mom Solutions shows us what we can do with those browning bananas. We head to the Gridiron for some tailgate treats, and Clark Neal shows us how to make the Real Deal Reuben sandwich. First up, Caitlin Baker has a fresh, fun salad with a berry feta crunch. Hope you brought your appetite. Check it out.
Hey y'all, and welcome to the Ingles Table. I'm Caitlin Baker, and today I'm going to show you guys how I make my berry feta crunch salad. I've got everything I need from my local Ingles, so let's get started. First of all, this is a very simple recipe, but for summer I'm trying to lighten things up and be a little bit more healthy. So we have some spring mix that we're going to add. This is about 5 cups of spring mix. And then I have some fresh blueberries. Look how beautiful that looks. I've cut up some strawberries. Honestly, you could add any kind of berry that you want. Blueberries and strawberries are my favorite, so that's what I'm adding in mine today. And then I have some feta cheese. I love me some feta. And here's the thing, you totally do not have to add the onion if you don't want to. I love red onion. I think just a little bit goes a long way in this. So just add a little bit of these onions in here. That's good. And then we're gonna add a little bit of pistachios to this. And that's gonna give a nice crunch. And then it's optional, you can add this, you don't have to, but I wanna add a little avocado for some creaminess. So I'm gonna lay this right on the top of there. And then this balsamic vinaigrette that we're gonna make is super, super simple. Just wanna move all this stuff real quick. Then we're gonna get started on this balsamic vinaigrette. So we're gonna take a little, about 2 tablespoons of the balsamic vinegar and dump that in there. Like I said, this is a very easy recipe that comes together really quickly. We're gonna do about a tablespoon of olive oil. And as you see here, I was able to pick all this stuff up at Ingles very conveniently. We're gonna do about, I think I'm gonna eyeball the honey. I like my balsamic vinaigrette a little bit sweeter, but feel free to kind of taste it and kind of see what your preference is with that. We're gonna add about 1/2 teaspoon of some Dijon mustard as well. And then I'm gonna add a bunch of black pepper here. I love black pepper. And a little bit of salt. We're gonna whisk this up. And it is seriously that simple. We're just gonna pour this over our salad, and then we're gonna be able to serve this. It's so fresh, such clean ingredients, and I really think that this is just a really vibrant salad to have during the summer. That's it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Be sure to check out the rest of the amazing recipes that can be found right here on the website, and I will see you guys next time.
Man, that is one beautiful salad from one of my favorite country music performers. If you haven't heard Caitlin Baker perform, you're missing out. Well, up next, Chef John Gifaldi has the origin story for a classic recipe. Check it out.
Ingles is making it possible for you to experience some of the world's most iconic recipes right from your own kitchen. Follow along with our team of Ingles Table All-Stars as they recreate dishes that have made these flavors world famous. We've researched the history behind each recipe and prepared them exactly as intended. Now, here's John Gifaldi with an Italian-American classic, the Ingles Real Deal Chicken Francese.
Heat your olive oil and butter in a skillet. So using a sharp knife, being careful with your hands, we're going to cut this breast right in half like this. Okay, next we're going to cover this with plastic wrap. We're going to pound it out and season it with salt and pepper. Chicken Francese is an Italian-American dish with origins in Rochester, New York. The dish features these chicken cutlets coated in a light batter of flour and egg and cooked in a white wine butter sauce. Delicious and easy to make. Flour, get it coated good on each side. Shake off some of that flour, then into the egg, then right into that nice hot oil with butter. Hear that sizzle? That's exactly what you want. It's only going to take about 2 minutes each side. Okay, the chicken is nice and brown. I'm going to remove that here. I'm going to leave about a tablespoon of that butter and olive oil mix. Let's pour that wine in. When that reduces down by half, we're going to add some chicken broth. Roll 2 tablespoons of butter and flour and add to the skillet. Add the lemon and parsley and let it simmer until it's nice and thick. Spoon some of the sauce over the top. And that's it. That's the real deal Chicken Francese, an Italian-American favorite from Rochester, New York.
Guys, I was lucky enough to sample that one when Chef John finished filming, and I have to tell you, it was delicious. Well, coming up next, we're taking a trip out to the farm just in time for harvest season. We'll be right back. Hi guys, welcome back to Local Flavor, where we at Ingles Markets are bringing you some mouth-watering dishes to get you ready for your next get-together. And we're giving you an inside look at where some of that amazing produce comes from. You ready for harvest? Let's go.
We are in Thomas Valley in northern Jackson County along the banks of the Tuckasegee River. This is Shelton Family Farm. We've been farming this land for generations. Around 30 years ago, we converted it over to fruits and vegetables. Yellow crookneck squash, half-runner beans, bell pepper, a few strawberries, and most recently, we're selling the Mountain Majesty tomatoes. I have been a vendor with Ingles since 1998. They do seem to know how to connect with real people, with farmers. Nationwide now, there's a local food movement. The benefits of buying local are fairly obvious when it comes to freshness, flavor, the viability, and being able to contribute to the sustainability of smaller farms, local farms. And I feel like Ingles was one of the first retailers to really see that and get on board with that local food movement. So we're very appreciative. My name is William, and this is my Ingles story.
I love getting to visit those farms, and I'm telling you, the love and care that these men and women put into working and caring for the land is inspiring. Well, next up, Jasmine Queen is working her magic with some delicious Bang Bang salmon bites. Take a look.
Hello and welcome to the Ingles Table. I'm Jasmine Queen, and today I'm going to show you how to make my Bang Bang salmon bites. I got everything I need from my local Ingles, so let's get started. I have some olive oil in my electric skillet heating up. I went to Ingles. If you go back to the butcher back there and you're looking at all the wonderful fish and meats they have, the salmon, y'all, is absolutely incredible. Look how beautiful it is. So I picked up about 1.5 pounds of salmon. I brought it home. I took the skin off of it and then I diced it up. You want your chunks to try to be around the same size just so they cook pretty evenly. But we're gonna get those coated and get those cooking. So I'm gonna make my little seasoning right here. I have some paprika. I have a little bit of cayenne. I have some garlic powder and onion powder. I have some salt and pepper, and then I have some Chinese 5-spice. So we're gonna mix that up, and then we are going to put our salmon bites in here and get these all coated. Kind of put those in, and then we'll stir this up to make sure the seasoning gets on each of these salmon bites. I also patted these dry with a paper towel. If you get them nice and dry, they're gonna crisp up a little bit better, so make sure you dry these first. All right. Now we'll just do this and we'll get them each coated. Again, I've got my olive oil heating in my skillet. Perfect. So we're gonna get these cooking and then we'll make the bang bang sauce. All right, again, just make sure that all sides are evenly coated with these great spices. Okay. And this is gonna come together really quickly, so you have to have all your ingredients out ready to go. All right, put that in here. Turn this up a little bit. There we go. Move the oil around. All right, and when you're putting these in your skillet, if you're doing it at home and you don't have an electric skillet, you could use a cast iron or just a really big skillet. But you wanna make sure that you're working in batches if you don't have a really big skillet, because you don't want these to get crowded in here. You want some space so they can get evenly cooked. There we go. All right. And we're gonna move this out of our way, and then we will make the bang bang sauce while these are cooking. Let me make sure these have oil all over them. Kind of move the oil around in my pan. There we go. And these are going to take about 2 to 3 minutes per side. So again, this moves really quickly once it starts going. All right, so for our bang bang sauce, we have some mayonnaise. And then we have some Thai chili sauce right here. And I'm just using the Laura Lynn brand, and y'all, it is absolutely amazing. I think that's what makes the bang bang sauce. So we'll start kind of stirring that up. And then we're gonna add some sriracha to give it some heat. A little bit of honey to sweeten it a little bit. And then we're gonna add some garlic powder, and we're gonna mix that all together. And this bang bang sauce, if you are not a salmon fan, this is absolutely delicious on chicken. So if salmon's not your thing, try it with chicken. It's really good with shrimp, but sometimes I just dip even pita chips in it because it's so good. But warning, it is a little addicting, so just be ready. And we'll finish this bang bang sauce off with some freshly squeezed lime juice. There we go. And we'll just set this to the side while our salmon cooks. All right, guys, I pulled the salmon out of my skillet and I just placed it on top of a bed of instant Asian rice. We're going to drizzle some of our bang bang sauce on here, making sure to get some on each piece. There we go. Maybe a little on the rice, because why not? And now we're gonna garnish it with a little bit of green onions, some cilantro, and then some of these tuxedo sesame seeds. Oh my gosh, y'all, this looks so good. This could be an appetizer or it could be a full meal. There we go. I hope you try my Bang Bang Salmon Bites. Be sure to check out the rest of the amazing recipes that can be found right here on the website. I'll see you next time.
I love when Jasmine does these recipes because everything is always laid out just perfectly, and she makes it so easy to follow along. And oh yeah, it's delicious. Well, up next, we have a yummy solution for those browning bananas in your kitchen on Busy Moms Solutions. We'll be right back, right after this. Welcome back to Local Flavor, presented by Ingles Markets. Guys, this next recipe from Busy Moms Solutions combines several of my favorite flavors with chocolate, coconut, peanut butter, and bananas. Take a look.
Busy Mom Solutions, presented by Ingles.
Hi, I'm Susie Neal from the Ingles Table. Today I am going to show you what to do with those ripe bananas that I know you have sitting on your countertop right now that starts with half a cup of peanut butter. I like the crunchy kind. I am putting 2 ripe bananas into the bowl, and I'm going to mash them together with a fork. These no-bake banana bites are simply delicious. It's the easiest recipe, no bake. Your kids are gonna love them. So I've got that pretty well mashed up. I've got some cinnamon to make it taste good. We're gonna boost the nutrition with just a little bit of chia seeds. Nobody will know they're in there, but you'll know the nutrients are in there for your family. Mini chocolate chips, because hey, why not? Sweetened coconut, and last but not least, we've got some rolled oats. Now in the processing of oats, they are cooked, so you don't have to worry about feeding your family raw food. All we're gonna do is just simply stir, stir, stir. If your kids like to help in the kitchen, get them in there, get them to wash their hands, because once it's incorporated, we're going to roll them into little balls. If you have a lot of bananas sitting around, make a double batch and pop them in the freezer. That way you'll always have a healthy, delicious, sweet treat for your kids to enjoy. Getting the kids in the kitchen, making something different than the same old, letting their creativity fly. You could let your kids look and see what kind of combinations, because it has really been shown that if your kids help you in the kitchen, they are going to be more apt to want to eat what you're making. Now you notice I've been wearing gloves today. This is sticky right now, but you just form little balls, put them on a tray, and then when you have your tray filled up, you pop them in the chill chest. Just put them in the refrigerator, and they're gonna firm up that oatmeal. What it's gonna do is gonna start absorbing some of the oil from the peanut butter, some of that goodness from that banana, naturally sweet. Your family is just gonna love them. I'm gonna put one more on there. I'm gonna take these gloves off because it is snack time here on Busy Moms. This is what they look like when they're done. And I've served them with a good glass of ice cold milk. At Ingles, we've got the freshest milk in town because we work with local farmers and we have our own milk processing plant. Ingles and Busy Mom Solutions, we are with you every step of the way.
Busy Mom Solutions, presented by Ingles. For the full recipe and shopping list, head over to WSPA.com and click on Busy Mom Solutions under the Community tab.
I love that those help you save food that would have otherwise gone to waste in the kitchen. You know what else I love? Football. Folks, with football just days away, we're getting you ready for tailgate season. And I had the chance to dive in with the ladies from the Southern Table for some amazing game day bites. Hi everybody and welcome to the Ingles Tailgate. I'm Chris Bainbridge alongside the stars of the Southern Table presented by Ingles. I'm here with Aaron and Kelly and we have brunch. This looks amazing.
You better come hungry if we're in charge of the party, right?
Yeah, we have two rules, a beautiful table and lots of good food, and our friends at Ingles make that so easy.
Check and check.
Oh my goodness. We have a spread here that's going to start those early game days off, right?
Heck yeah.
Again, Ingles making it so easy with all the delicious food you could think of.
Listen,
Absolutely.
In the South, we love our biscuits. You know this.
Oh yeah.
And we are biscuit crazy for these wonderful trays right here. Ingles puts together a beautiful brunch tray. You've got your country ham, your chicken.
So they've prepared that for you.
Sausage. It is
You
ready
can just go
to
pick it up. Wow. Okay, cool.
Try and
Easy.
pick it up.
All right, as we migrate our way on down the table here, what do we got here?
You know, we got to have some sweets on the table
Yes.
as well. And Ingles makes the most delicious donuts. They have a seasonal football donut right now
Oh, man.
that you can order special for those big games.
Oh, these are fantastic. You've got to have the sweet on the table. And then, of course, your fruit tray, and Ingles has
This
your
makes it
as
healthy.
well.
This
So
is
healthy.
health food,
It
people.
really
Cancels
is.
out the donuts, right?
I don't want to just fall face first into that plate. No, I don't. I want to make good choices for myself right over here.
Well, we're going to cancel it out again with the apple fritters.
Oh my
Exactly.
gosh.
Amazing.
You can't go wrong.
Have you guys have those like
Yeah, they're the
warm
best.
right from the bakery?
They make
To
them
die
every day.
for.
Oh my gosh. So
They're one of
good.
our favorites.
So all of this stuff that we have here, I mean, this has got to be pretty easy in and out because you've got prepped here. These are ready in the bakery. This is ready in the produce section. I mean, tell me about like from store to table and game day, like what time frame are we talking about here?
You are talking less than an hour to pick up your food, bring it to the table, and that's where we really like to kick things up a notch. We are all about the display when it comes to the game day flow.
Really, I couldn't tell. We've got some.
level.
A little pizzazz. But really, we always say layer your table, grab what you have at home to make it fun. Of course, stick with your team colors. We sort of did the fun neutral football theme today, but that's kind of where it all starts.
Absolutely, and we love adding the different layers on the table and the different heights, use different serving pieces, and it really does just elevate the look of your table. and it makes your food look so pretty.
Oh yeah, well I love that you can kind of just graze here because I like being able to wander over, grab something, turn around, see what I just missed and playing on replay.
I know, we should have brought you your plate out here.
That's all you need.
During this segment.
Well, you know what? We'll do that when the cameras stop rolling. But in the meantime, we want to see all of you guys out there at your local Ingles store where you can pick up all of this amazing food. And if we don't see you there, we'll see you online at ingles-markets.com. And make sure and check out these ladies at thesoutherntableshow.com. We'll see you there. Man, all that definitely has me ready for some football. Well, coming up next, we wrap things up with some more amazing recipes, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Local Flavor, presented by Ingles. Our last recipe brings us the true story of one of the most famous sandwiches in the country. Clark Neal shows us how to make the Ingles Real Deal Reuben sandwich.
Ingles is making it possible for you to experience some of the world's most iconic recipes right from your own kitchen. Follow along with our team of Ingles Table All-Stars as they recreate dishes that have made these flavors world famous. We researched the history behind each recipe and prepared them exactly as intended. Now, Clark Neal is taking us back to 1925 to recreate the Ingles Real Deal Reuben sandwich.
First, we start with rinsing the corned beef. This is important. It gets that brine off, which makes the beef too salty. Add your beef to a large pot, cover with water, then add your spice packet. Bring it to a simmer and cook for 2 to 3 hours. Pull out your beef and chill it in the fridge. Once it's chilled, it's much easier to slice. Slice it real thin. We've got our beef, rye bread, butter, sauerkraut, cheese, and dressing. Now we're going to heat up the griddle and build our sandwich. According to Omaha, Nebraska lore, the Reuben sandwich was dreamed up at Omaha's Blackstone Hotel in 1925 by Reuben Kulikowski to feed a group of late-night poker players. The owner of Blackstone liked the sandwich so much, he added it to the menu of the hotel restaurant, and the rest is history. And that's the Ingles Real Deal Reuben sandwich. Enjoy!
Man, I love a good Reuben. And believe me, that was a good Reuben. Thanks so much to Clark, Aaron and Kelly, Susie from Busy Moms, Jasmine Queen, Shelton Family Farms, Chef John Gifaldi, Caitlin Baker, and you for watching. Make sure to visit ingles-markets.com for all of the recipes that you saw on today's show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.